So work mem is tricky because we never know how exactly it will be working. We need to observe. This is the approach. The right approach to work mem is to do some calculations before launch of our product, and then to switch to reactive mode. So you need to observe production and in iterations adjust. Good thing again that does require restart, right? So yeah, and hash mem multiplier. This is what was added in Postgres 13. Yeah, you have it here actually in the last line, and it makes things and also parallelization. These guys make things of understanding how memory consumption will look like before we really have it very hard to predict. So work mem doesn't limit anything except like a single operation, and it doesn't say it's not it's allocated only when needed, right? So default is 4 MB, which is very low for modern resources and systems. What is 4 MB? Nothing, right? We can have it in a single value. Like how much single PG vector value takes one vector? It's like which is 1500 numbers, float numbers, right? So it's kind of already a lot. So 4 megs is small. We usually increase it to 64, 100 megs. But if you understand that heavy query can consume it multiple times in a single, like for single backend, and you have 1,000 max connections, 100 megs, 1,000 connections, it's already 100 gigs. 100, do we have it? Also, we some part of memory we gave to shared buffers already, right? And usually, yeah, and usually we already allocated something to maintenance work mem and auto vacuum workers inheriting or maintenance work mem, and we increased the number of auto vacuum workers from default 3 to, for example, 10, right? Or maybe 20. And sometimes we will rebuild indexes automatically during I don't know, like weekend. And it means we definitely have high risks of exceeding, right? And in most realistic production, heavily loaded systems, I see over provisioning. So if you try to apply some math to like max connections multiplied by multiplied by, for example, 2 or 3, you see you don't have so much memory already. But we know that a lot of queries are very light. They don't need even one work mem, not speaking of 2 or 3 or 5. So we just know that we are okay. We just don't want temporary files to be generated, right? So we over provision and just control it. But I wish there was a way to limit to a single backend memory consumption. It would be good to have.
I think definitely that is something useful, because I've seen a case like in one of the projects I worked, right? Like the OOM was triggered because of the workman, right? Suddenly the server went down because it was out of memory because of this is one example somebody posted online. You can see that they thought they just allocated 32 MB and why would